Hi everyone, welcome to Kole Sukailu, Real Aikaiwa Shadowing. Let's get started with today's shadowing lesson. Listen to today's real native conversation. Focus on the rhythm and shadow along. Hyomo, Ishoni, Step Up, Shimasho. Practice daily to master vocabulary, grammar, pronunciation, and rhythm. Repeat. Try again and again. Zehi. Shanaru no Toroku wo. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Okay, are you ready? Here we go.
Ever felt like you're wrapping up a presentation and just stumble? Like you don't know how to say "that's all" in a way that sounds smooth and professional, not awkward?
I know that feeling, yeah. It's like you're cruising and then suddenly you've hit a dead end and you're like, what now? Especially in English presentations, right?
Exactly. And it's not just about saying "that all." There's a whole art to ending a presentation. It's like the final flourish, the last note in a song, you know? It can leave a lasting impression.
I bet. You could have the most amazing presentation, but a clunky ending can just make it feel unfinished. So what are some of these phrases then? Something a bit more sophisticated than just that alls.
Okay, so let's start with the classic. That brings me to the end of my presentation. It's direct, it's clear, and it signals the end without being abrupt.
That's a good one. It's
Yeah.
like you're gently guiding the audience to the end. It's got that nice smooth flow.
Right. And here's another one that's similar. This concludes my presentation. It's a bit more formal, but still very professional, perfect for a business setting.
Yeah, it's got that polished feel to it, makes you feel in control and that you've got your ducks in a row, so to speak.
Then, moving on to something that's very useful if you want to give that warm and friendly closing. Thank you for your time and attention. Simple, appreciative, and always appropriate.
I like that it acknowledges the audience's effort, shows you're not just talking at them. It's that personal touch that counts.
And if you want to add a little bit of flair, try, "Thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure." It's like saying, "I enjoyed being here with you."
Totally. It makes it feel more like a conversation, not just a one-way street, right?
Yeah.
And it leaves them with a positive vibe.
Absolutely. And for a more concise option, that's all for my presentation today. It is straight to the point, and it clearly indicates you are done.
That's helpful for when you're running short on time, but you don't want to sound too rushed or flustered.
Exactly. So imagine you're wrapping up your presentation, and you say, "That brings me to the end of my presentation." It just sounds so much better, right?
It does. It just has a certain level of formality that that's all doesn't have.
Or maybe if you want to make it a bit more personal, you can say, "Thank you for your time and attention." It shows gratitude. It can make your audience more engaged.
Yeah, it definitely comes across as more thoughtful. It's not just about ending, it's about connecting, even at the end.
So what about something a little more conversational?
Right, something less formal and more like, hey, we're all on the same page kind of thing.
Try this. "Thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure." It's warm and it's friendly, not overly formal.
Nice. That one's got that nice human touch. It's like you enjoyed sharing your information with them.
And if you're wrapping up a quick presentation, you could use, "That's all for my presentation today." It's efficient, but still professional.
Perfect for those moments where you need to be concise, but not sound abrupt.
So you've got options. It's like, "That's all" is the old reliable. But these phrases, they're the upgrades, the premium version.
They definitely add that extra level of polish and finesse, you know? It's
Yeah,
like
well,
you're saying, I've got this, even at the very end.
Absolutely. They help you close with confidence and leave your audience with a sense of closure and appreciation. So instead of just ending, you're actually concluding.
Right, and these phrases also, they're not hard to remember, right? It's not like some crazy long sentence.
Exactly. They're easy to incorporate into your speech, and they make a big impact. So let's recap them for clarity.
Sounds good. Let's give a review of each just to drill them in.
Okay, so first we have, "That brings me to the end of my presentation."
Yes. Next is, this concludes my presentation.
Yeah. Then we have the warm one. "Thank you for your time and attention."
Next up is, thank you all for listening. It's been a pleasure.
And lastly, "That is all for my presentation today."
There you go. 5 solid ways to end your next presentation like a total pro.
All right, we've finished today's lesson. How did you find it? Hyomo Sukoshi Zutsu Step Up, Dekimashita ne. Hontoni, Sugoi desu. Please let me know your thoughts or requests in the comments. And Zehi Cheneru no Toroku wo Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I'm looking forward to seeing you all again. Ashita mo, Ishoni, Gambari mashone. See you next time. Bye-bye.